Hey guys, it's your Strijmakers from LvL-Up. In today's movie, I want to answer a question which I get quite a lot on my social media channel, and that is, can martial arts help you lose weight? But before we can answer that question, we need to establish what is martial arts and in what kind of way it can help you lose weight. So let's start with the video. So okay guys, losing weight means watching your diet and moving, burning calories, and make sure you have a nice workout. So martial arts of course can help you with that, but it depends quite a lot on what kind of martial arts you are practicing. Because when you are, say as an example, practicing Aikido, it's a classic martial arts where you really focus on the movement and on your balance and on your chi and that kind of stuff. I don't think that kind of martial art is really great for losing weight. It's the same with my eskrima training, it's Filipinian stick fighting. When you practice a lot of form or when you practice a lot of techniques, it's quite hard to get your heart rate really high because it's all technical stuff. And it's really hard to get a sweat going. It's all mental and coordinational and that kind of stuff. But with the same sport in eskrima, when you do a lot of heavy bag training, train for full contact sparring and that kind of stuff, then your stamina really goes up and you will burn more calories. So my top martial arts to lose weight are boxing, because it's a real intense workout where you really break a sweat. Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, MMA, maybe I should say it's shorter. All competition-based martial arts where you have to train to beat somebody else. Those martial arts are really good for losing weight and getting in real good shape. Self-defense based martial arts, or maybe more classical based martial arts like Kung Fu or Wing Chun. Sure, they can help you lose weight because you're still moving and you're doing something you like, but the intensity in those training is usually a bit lower because the technical and the difficulty of the sport is really high. So if you are purely focusing on losing weight, make sure you don't eat too much or eat healthy. You can eat a lot, but you need to count your calories and make sure you eat enough healthy food and don't take too much calories and then burn a lot of calories. And that you want to do with a real intense, high intensity workout. I did a lot of Muay Thai training, some boxing training, some grappling training. Those kind of training is really intense. You really break a sweat, your muscles are on a constant, in a constant workout. So I used to lose a lot of weight when I trained that kind of martial arts, but when you train more of the technical, more difficult martial arts or the self-defense scenarios, usually you focus more on technique and on how to improve that kind of stuff and how the motions work, and you won't burn as much calories than when you are training for a competition or something. But a lot of people don't like to be hit in the face. It's not really something you would enjoy, especially when you're starting out. You are searching for a new sport. You want to train 2, maybe 3 hours a week. Then it can be pretty scary to join a full contact martial arts combat sport. But there's something in between, like you have a lot of cardio workouts in different boxing schools where they don't put the focus on sparring but more on technical striking and losing weight, getting into great shape. So I think martial arts are a great way to lose weight, depending which one you are training. I can show you some examples. Martial arts are a great way to lose weight if you pick the right one. I will show you some examples why I think one martial art can be really beneficial for losing weight and the other is a bit less beneficial to lose weight. So let's see what I mean. So okay guys, let me explain a bit what I mean with classical martial arts, combat martial arts or self-defense martial arts. In the Kung Fu, or I'll take Eskrima for an example now, it's more of a classical martial arts. You learn a lot of the history of the sport, you get a lot of movements which are meant for presentation or maybe just to make it look really good. Also to practice the combat skills of course, but it needs a lot of attention and practice to get good at it. When you first start out with stick fighting and you are learning your X and your Arco and your pickups and that kind of stuff, you really have to think about it, and you can train for an hour and not even be tired because you are still learning, and you cannot put in the intensity you really would like to when you want to lose weight. So I don't advise these kind of sports especially for weight loss, but they are really fun, and if you are into that stuff, it's really great because you will develop skills, and while you're developing skills you can put up more intensity in your journey, and then after a while of course you can lose weight, you get better, your heart rate goes up, your cardio goes up, and all that kind of neat stuff. If you are training more for combat sports, so instead of twirling your stick and doing nice coordinational stuff, or maybe blocking and countering, but because I have a stick I cannot hit my opponent full power because I won't have any training partners left. You can go to the combat part of a martial arts. In this way I mean competition, boxing, kickboxing, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, judo, wrestling, even sparring with stick fighting, Eskrima sparring. Those kind of games, it is like you have to be in a better shape than your opponent, better conditioning as your opponent, better technique than your opponent, so you have to practice a lot and put in real intensity in your workout. That way you burn a lot more calories and you will burn more fat. I'll show you an example. Alright guys, so I took my bob to show it. When I'm practicing my twirling, I won't break a sweat. But when you are practicing more of your combative fight, and you get to be better with your stick handling and stuff, but when you really put in the work and start hitting hard, you'll break a sweat, your heart rate goes up, and you will burn more calories. When boxing or kickboxing, it's more of punching. If you do that for several minutes, you really get tired. The techniques used are a bit more easy, and you can flow more easily in a heavy workout than with real complicated techniques. Same for self-defense. In the beginning, when you start learning it, you don't want to hurt your opponent, but when they put on the real pressure, like when they take you down and you want to avoid being taken down or that kind of stuff, it really builds up a lot of muscle and stamina and that kind of stuff. So if you want to use martial arts to lose weight, make sure you choose one where there's a sort of a competition form in it, because then you can practice it with other guys, you can measure your level, and maybe their cardio is way better, you will lose because you just gas out more early than the other. And in that way you can really measure where your cardio level's at, and when you can box for 12 rounds, you have a really great stamina, and I promise you, you will lose weight. If getting hit in the face or full contact sporting isn't your thing, you can try judo or wrestling, so you won't get hit, but still have a really gruesome workout, or you can try more of a cardio kickboxing, or more of a, I think it's more commercial, not the full contact version, but you got the same workout for the guys who are Thai boxing or boxing, only on a heavy bag or on focus mitts, but you have 1 hour really intense workout which will burn those calories. So okay guys, I really hope you enjoyed these tips. In a short summary, martial arts can be very beneficial to lose weight. It's also important you have a healthy diet. I got 2 links in the description. which helped me a lot in my diet, so maybe you can check it out. And for the rest, make sure you have a high intensity training and decide for yourself if you like the combat sport aspect of a training or the technical part of martial arts training, which is a bit less efficient to lose weight, but it can be a lot of fun. And when your techniques improve, the intensity of your training can also improve and you start losing weight again. And of course you have the cardio kind of workouts, the boxing boot camps, the strike fit kind of classes, so all kind of classes really focusing on high heart rate or high intensity power and keep on going for an hour. Those kind of training are really awesome to lose weight. The more technical classical martial arts, especially in the beginning, it's harder to get your heart rate really high because the techniques used in these kind of sports are pretty hard, so you have to learn them first, and after a while and you're getting better, then you can get in more intensity and start losing weight again. I really hope you enjoyed these tips. If you did, please leave a like and a comment, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. I hope to see you next week.